Today I'm bringing you a news and drama roundup, which includes 254 asking players to leave, an update on what 556 is doing, an update on TC Ataturk and whether or not he's quitting the game, a competition winner who made a striking resemblance of my own image, and more. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming and today's video is sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms, and you all have been enjoying my drama videos so much over the last week, telling the tale of Nephisto, the whale gone wild, that I thought I'd do a little bit more drama today. And the first thing I want to thread the needle on is of course TC Ataturk. Now I talked about before how he was going to retire from the game. He made a video explaining how he's going to hand over the keys to his account to his son, and his son was going to drive. But Baba himself later clarified in a video and in a conversation with me that business is just really good right now, and he plans to continue to play the game, but just in a more casual way. Now, that doesn't mean the way that he plays in terms of going for all the commanders and all of that sort of stuff and being high power is going to change. But the main driver of his account will be his son, and then he will also play when he has time, and congratulations to him on his business being successful. Diving right into the headline drama, let's talk about Kingdom 254. That's my kingdom asking an alliance to leave. And in some ways, this is extremely dramatic, and in other ways, it's turning out to be a relatively low drama scenario. Allow me to explain. And let me show you the kingdom mail, which is how everybody found out about this all at the same time. Hello, Kingdom. We hope you're doing well and have enjoyed this KVK as much as we have. And man, this KVK was very fun. Although, I wonder if we're even going to get like a defended starting zone at all. I can't remember the last time that the end rewards were basically free to us, but let's see how that goes. In the spirit of open communication and full transparency, leadership would like to inform you that we will be dissolving G3 after this KVK. We are literally dissolving an alliance in our kingdom. 254 is committed to having a mostly non-toxic environment, mostly non-toxic. We're a little toxic on occasion when it comes to inter-alliance relationships, as well as maintaining this kingdom as stress-free as possible. When I say toxic here, I mean mostly like trolling each other and joking around and having a good time. Now, we would like to truly be a united kingdom, which is why we have told G3 leadership to leave, hopefully in a civilized way, or as civilized a way as possible. So, why is it that we would ask them to leave? Let's continue on. We cover that next year. The reasoning behind this decision was a result of a combination of actions, decisions, and statistics over the course of 3 KVKs now, some of which you may have been witness to this KVK, mostly on voice. Some of these reasons include making decisions counterproductive to the kingdom mentality by not aligning with the kingdom direction or with the rest of the alliances shared in the kingdom's vision. They also had low contribution as an alliance over multiple KVKs, from the top down. We had difficulty working with their leadership team, which is why we've decided it's better to no longer include them in leadership. So look, this is not meant to single anybody out or make anybody feel bad, but I think there's a reality here that the kingdom mentality in 254 is absolutely insane. You're supposed to play insane. You're supposed to be super active. And if you're not, that's fine, but this is not the right kingdom. And if you're going to miss on the kingdom's objectives while everybody else is killing all their troops, this is of course really problematic. So, the message continues on. Current G3 members, if you would like to stay within 1254 after this KVK, feel free to apply to another alliance. If you've hit your contribution goals, we will gladly find you another home. Please fill out the form found in Discord by October 9th. So they got a lot of time to get that sorted out. For those of you that are far from hitting your goals within G3, that's dead troop goals, we'll be asking you to leave the kingdom. You don't have to leave immediately, as long as you drop power required to make our migration happen, as per the data studio. So we're not even saying it looks like we're not even saying get out right now. We're saying, hey, if you just continue to uphold the obligation that the rest of the kingdom is doing, you can even stay until you can find the right place for you to go, as long as you meet your obligation in this kingdom. And, I shared this in a previous video, showcasing extreme drama where we tried to sort of get alignment around the Zenith of Power. We sort of knew that 254 would probably get all the top 10 spots in Zenith of Power for the new city theme. And by the way, that is exactly what happened. However, there was a player that tried to snipe this, and they weren't supposed to, from 254. And so Bunny, in the last second in the Zenith of Power, as only a whale of Bunny's power can do, gemmed out I think it was 40 million power, bumped that player out of the top 10, and won a city theme he didn't even need, all to prove a point, which is that if you're in 254, you follow the rules. We have a culture here of stating what the rules are and then enforcing the rules, and that's just what Bunny did. He enforced the rules. You can't get away with it. So all that to say, if you follow the rules on your dead troop count, it sounds like there's no drama. You can even stay a while, I think. I'm not an authority. I'm actually not really in kingdom leadership. Like, I'm sort of an R4 of W, but I'm like more like a figurehead than actually, I'm a person you can count to hand R4 to, and I'm not going to like fill the shop with, you know, a bunch of 1 minute speed ups, you know? So anyways, let's go to the next portion of this here. Part 2 of the mail. For everyone else in this kingdom, if you haven't met these goals as well, this is a recurring matter. We'll be asking you to leave the kingdom, and we'll happily supply the passports for you to do so. But we will expect you to also make the power drops happen, or we will drop them for you. And by the way, like, if you try to bubble to get around this, then you probably, if we catch you without a bubble, you're just getting full zeroed, right? Like, just follow the rules. Everybody follows the rules. You got to kill the troops you got to kill. And this is the pact of joining 254. You're in it for the team, and you do what the team needs. The leadership is united in the belief that this decision is in the best interest of 1254. We will aim to make G3's departure from the kingdom as amiable as possible. Wish them the best in their future endeavors and thank them for all they've given. As previously mentioned, another alliance will be joining us during this upcoming drop. This is an Imperium drop, by the way. And from our experience, they're a great fit for the kingdom and easy to work with. That is War Daddy Chad's group. You've seen War Daddy Chad on stream. You heard him on my live streams, which was, I think, very fun. And he's bringing a bunch of people from his kingdom. Not a whole alliance worth of players, but the majority of, I think, an alliance, or the I think, overwhelming group that will make up that alliance is going to be War Daddy Chad's group. So this KVK has been a great measure for us regarding the state of 1254. And our future is only going to look brighter. So if you thought we were insane this KVK, that is with an entire alliance that kind of missed on some of their goals for kills and deads. And it's not fair to say the entire alliance, because actually there were, I want to say, like a third of the players in that alliance really showing up big, which is why I think those players get relocated to other alliances, and then the remainder of the players need to find a new place to go. Now, every time I make a video about drama like this, some number of people always take the stance of staunchly defending the hyper-casual who is not fulfilling the kingdom commitment. And I will say that in a kingdom like 254, that kingdom commitment comes before everything else. So individual account progression and goals are always set aside for what the kingdom needs. And that is extremely important to understand. Not everybody wants to play that way. And those players can go somewhere else. But you can't enter into a home like 254 and expect to be able to play selfishly. And that, I think, is really important to understand. And you can even play casually as long as you subsequently play recklessly in killing your troops and in getting your sort of open field kill counts to where they need to be. Now, I'm not saying just like play stupidly, but I'm saying like when you're on, you just aggressively fill, you know, a flag. I mean, I lost 7 million power in a 30-minute window on my farm with T4s. I mean, if it had been T5s, it would have gone a lot faster. And I did it in 30 minutes. So, like, it is achievable to drop power very fast in a KVK like the one we just had. Now, with regard to anybody's going to go, like, hog wild or really rage out, so far it's been extremely amiable. I mean, there's not been a big fight, but if something does unfold and there's big drama as a result of this mail right here, I will definitely let you know. Taking a look at somewhat lighter news, there was a competition for fan artwork for Rise of Kingdoms. And I have to say, I was flipping through the fan art and one image really stood out for me. Not gonna lie, I don't know who made this, but their artistry is absolutely magnificent. I feel like they've given me more hair. They absolutely captured my shield to perfection. And they gave me boots just like Boudica's with the fur that honestly, in those boots, I will never go out of style. They've got a Horn of Fury on a bear. Whether or not that bear is there to eat me, congratulate me, or use his superhero cape to fly me over to the barbarian fort, we'll never know which thing it is exactly. But I do now suddenly feel really bad looking at this barbarian fort. It just looks like a bunch of people living in a treehouse, kind of like Swiss Family Robinson, and here I am going to plunder them. Like, have I been in the wrong the entire time that I've been rallying barbarian forts? So a huge shout out to the artist of this absolutely astonishing image, who's having me check my morality. They put a ring on a bear and boots with the fur. Now back to more drama on the Nephisto channel. Honestly, it's really difficult to tell what Nephisto's endgame ultimately is. It seems like every single time he's got an opportunity to let it go and just move on and figure out what to do next, he doubles down on the fact that somehow he's going to end up the big victor. And so the Nephisto saga always chooses to draw 25 when given the option. In this case, Nephisto's bragging that he's going to have an absolutely massive migration. In fact, he sort of took a slam using a clip from me and Shinchi, and then sort of signaled like, oh damn, look, we're getting this big migration. And let me tell you, anyone who wants to go to Nephisto's kingdom, God bless your heart. And for those of you looking for new management, if you want to join Nephisto's kingdom and be a part of the drama directly, he might even zero your city depending on how he's feeling. Consider 2831. I'll advertise it for you. Now on to the 556 drama, the kingdom that has a relationship with 254 that carries on eternally and will carry on for the rest of our time playing Rise of Kingdoms, because let's be real. I mean, at this point, we're basically just soulmates. So what is happening in 556? First, I'd like to send our deepest gratitudes to everyone who contributed to the success of our KVK. But more importantly, secondly, there have been many rumors and whispers around the future of 556 and what it will be, due to many saying that I will be migrating out after this KVK. I'm here to say that 556 has been our home for almost 2 years now, and there's no better place than home. It's like Dorothy clicking those heels together, baby. There's no place like home. But tomorrow, he'll send a mail updating all of our members about the future of 556, and it will include news of the migration. Trust that my love for this kingdom is tremendously huge, and I would love to be retired here in 556. So I mean, both Fa and Baba had a pretend retirement, just kidding, we're not retiring moment. So everyone hold your horses. Let the leadership discuss among ourselves. We will be very transparent with everything our members are going to do. Simply, you guys are the best and deserve to know the truth. Relax, trust in us. Nothing ever goes wrong when you just trust in your leadership. So the follow-up mail says, as the mail I sent yesterday was sent, all our leadership got together and discussed very hard on the future of Kingdom 556. The outcome of this meeting was very positive, and it will bring a new age for our kingdom. All leaders had agreed and realized the power and potential of 556. We dedicated ourselves to the same cause. We finished 1v in less than 10 hours. It had to be one of the best showings that we ever witnessed. So our final decision is that we will stay, but keep building together, put aside our differences, and put 556 in the front. 556 will reorganize into 3-man alliances with 2 supports, consolidating their fighters, getting fighters motivated to work for a slot in main alliances by performing better. A number of people shall migrate or quit, so all alliances ultimately will have some space anyways. Resources and shrines could be better shared. There are 9. Would serve us better in KVK if 3 fighting alliances have the better buffs, and that's all probably true. The 3 main alliances we will run are Go, VC, and DN. TN will be merging with Go and KM. So this is just the nitty-gritty details here. And I show all this in part because it's pretty common for these large kingdoms to be doing a merge to both cleanse their dead weight and also consolidate fighters. I think all of this is extremely reasonable. So the future is bright ahead. You know, setting aside the jokes for just a moment, I will say it is very important for kingdoms to clear their dead weight and also to maintain a fighting force. And I think this might ultimately be the reason that 846 struggled a little bit in their previous KVK, and there are a number of things that they may point to and say, you don't know what you're talking about, Chisgule, and this is true. But they did signal that they were going to do a big consolidation of their own alliances in 846, and I mention this because 846 was the first kingdom, I think, to reach a size that they had reached. I mean, they were just absolutely freaking stacked with players. But the problem with big kingdoms like 254, like 556, like 846 is that when you reach that size of having so many players, what happens in order to get to that point is that all of your players have lost a lot of power and they haven't trained it back. And they keep losing power, and they keep not training it back. So you would think that in a larger kingdom, you're less dependent on any one player showing up, and that is sort of true. But in other ways, the opposite is true, which is that now your power players, your biggest contributors, your players that normally get stuff done, are not high enough power to carry in the way that they used to. And so you're in some ways more dependent on everybody doing their part, because that's the trade-off of being in such a big kingdom. Everybody has to show up, or no longer do a small number of people have the power necessary to carry the rest of that absolutely stacked kingdom on their shoulders. If you're looking for some extreme drama, definitely check out the video that's going to show up in a card right over here. The Nephisto drama has been absolutely insane, and I think he threatened me. Alternatively, if you're just looking for some fireworks, you can check out when my former kingdom, 1075, rallied me 3 times. That card will be right over there in just a second.